All right, so this is a video that I am excited to film and to have this conversation. Everybody has seen the articles. Everybody is talking about Nissan's going bankrupt. Nissan has 12 to 14 months left before we just fall apart and burst into flames and no longer exist. And I have read tons of group forums and comments and posts about what's going to happen to the part supply, what's going to happen to the dealerships, what's going to happen to my 2014 Altima, how am I going to get a sun visor if they go bankrupt. I work for Nissan and I am here every day living in this world. So here is some stuff. Is Nissan going to close its doors in 12 to 14 months? Absolutely not. It is impossible for a company of this global size to just close doors. There is a ton of possibilities that are going to be happening to keep Nissan going. This isn't the first time that Nissan has had these kind of troubles. Nissan has been low before and they've come back pretty strong. And, I feel like that's where we are. I know that there are a lot of future products coming and in the works that are going to really help Nissan. One of the biggest things that has been Nissan's downfall is the lack of hybrid, and Nissan knows that. Everybody knows that. The electric car thing kind of has fizzled, if you will, and the future right now, as it looks, is hybrid, 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 hybrid. The other thing that kind of hurts Nissan is when you go to a competitor's dealership, when you go to Toyota and you look for a Corolla, you can buy a Corolla sedan, a hatchback, a GR Corolla. You can buy a manual Corolla. You can buy a hybrid Corolla. You go to Honda. You can buy a Civic sedan. You can buy a Civic hatchback. You can buy a Civic Si. You can buy a Civic Type R. You come to Nissan and you can buy a Sentra in one body style with one transmission. Um, but you can't be mad at Nissan for that because if we're in financial crisis, we can't have 15 different versions of the same car. 2025 is going to be a very important year for Nissan. We are launching Armada. We are launching a brand new Murano. We are just refreshed the Frontier. We are on the cusp of releasing a new Leaf, which has been Nissan's longest electric vehicle. We have a hybrid Rogue coming, which is going to be great for the market. There is a ton of product that is coming that is going to help Nissan. Right now, we're in a transition where we just ended production of the Titan. We are getting ready to update the Pathfinder. We are selling the Z car, which has been very controversial due to pricing and dealership availability, which is something that I have pioneered to help people get their Zs very, very fairly. And, Nissan right now is being looked at as this failure of a brand. Oh, they're failing. Oh, they're going to close their doors. It's just not going to happen. There are a lot of things that the enthusiast wants that are coming. And there are a lot of things that are happening internally that are going to really be great for the Nissan brand. So all of the panic about oh my goodness, what am I going to do about finding a part for my car because Nissan's going bankrupt? It's just not going to happen like that. It's just not going to, one day you're going to wake up and Nissan's just going to be gone. Nissan is what I call, and what I think everybody can call, a legacy brand. A legacy brand is one of your major manufacturers that has got enough history to be around for a while. If you look at GM and you look at Pontiac or Oldsmobile, those went away because those weren't the brand. The brand is GM. Chevrolet is a big brand. Ford is a big brand. All these sub brands underneath, which brings me to Infiniti. My personal thought about Infinity is it needs to be completely reinvented. Infinity was to be the competitor to Lexus and Acura. And the only one that's really doing anything right now is Lexus. Acura has had their own struggles as well, and they're finally starting to come back. But Infinity needs that as well. However, there can't be an Infinity without a Nissan. Um, I want to make this very clear that there are other automakers struggling. Let's look at Toyota. They just recalled 100,000 Tundras over engine failures. The new Tacoma has been a disaster with transmission issues. You've got look at Hyundai, look at Kia, look at the fires, look at the recalls. Every manufacturer right now is going through growing pains. Audi just reported a huge loss. Stellantis is going through. I mean, look at Jeep, look at Dodge, look at Chrysler. There's a lot of automakers that are in a lot of hot water, but somehow Nissan gets the press, the oh my goodness, big ultimate energy over at Nissan. They're going to shut their doors. It just doesn't happen like that. You're going to see Nissan get through the rest of this decade the best that they can, but know that there are a lot of things coming that are going to really make this brand shine again. There's an expansion of Nismo products and even standalone cars that are coming that are going to really help bring the enthusiast back to Nissan. I am an enthusiast. I love my manual transmission, tossable sport performers. The think about the 240s, the Silvias, the Sentra SERs. There are cars that Nissan made that are very special. Um, there are things that Nissan is going to do that's going to bring the enthusiast in the door. There are cars that are going to be attractive that are going to bring people in the door. There are models that are going away. Um, there is going to be a refresh of the lineup, and I think that is going to surprise some people. But it's going to show that we're not just sitting here kind of hanging out, letting things happen without doing anything. Look at Frontier. We're the only V6 mid-sized truck. People don't want turbocharged four cylinders towing their things. Mid-sized truck market's hot, and we're probably one of the best options. Frontier being a legacy model, Frontier being pretty indestructible. That's a product that we're going to keep capitalizing off of because we do it well. There are a lot of things that we could improve upon, and I'm saying that as a lover of Nissan and someone who works and lives for this brand. If I could run this company, if I could be a product planner, if I could change all the things that I want to change, I I can tell you that Nissan would be the brand. I see it all. I interact with customers all day long. I talk to people all over the country. I talk to people on all the forums. I have my finger on the pulse of what Nissan is and what people want out of the brand. Especially my own opinion because I own Nissans and have owned almost every Nissan you can imagine. Um, the economy is the economy, and I don't need to go into that. We all know. The election just happened, and I don't need to go into that because we all know. And those aren't excuses, those are facts. There's a lot of things that are going on in this world that stop people from running out and buying 50, 60, $70,000 cars because that's kind of what the average price is for certain car sizes now. Your average car payment is over $700 a month, you know. Um, we just need to have, and by we, I say Nissan, needs to have things that are worth that monthly payment. Um, and they are coming. And so if you're an enthusiast of the Nissan brand, keep loving the brand, keep being there for the brand. It's going to surprise you. There are things that we're doing that are going to surprise the enthusiast. There are things that are going to make us, the first choice rather than the last choice. We're not going to be the get me done car. I can't go buy X, Y, and Z, so I'll just go buy an Altima. People are going to want to buy our cars. People want to buy the trucks that we make. People want to buy certain sports cars that we make. There are things that people come to buy. The new Kicks has been phenomenal. It's a phenomenal car. 30 grand, you're fully loaded and all-wheel drive. Come on, go beat that. You can't. Um, so don't stop loving Nissan, but don't hate on them so bad, as well. the news reports kill me because they're so like matter of fact. It's like the dealerships are going to close and Nissan's this and the CEO said that, an internal email this, an internal conversation that. That's cool. It's all speculation. Um, you can say anything about anybody. I mean, go walk to Dodge and go look at how many Hornets they have sitting there. Look at the day supply of how many cars they have. The discount, $17,000 off a $40,000 car to sell it is rough. Um, so I just want everybody to understand that Nissan's not just like going to disappear. This isn't quicksand. We're all not just like sinking into the ground. Yes. Are there problems? Yes. Are sales down? Yes. Are Am I worried about the brand that I love disappearing? Absolutely not. Nissan is here. Nissan is going to be here. Whether it's an investment, whether it's a partnership, whether it's whatever, we're going to be here as a brand. So all of the just craziness around these articles, guys, it's the internet. Come on. I mean, anybody can say anything about anything now on the internet, and it's matter of fact. So, to wrap this long video up about what's going on with Nissan, have the faith. Don't read too deep into the panic of the internet. And just know that there are cool things coming for the US market. And if you love Nissan, like I love Nissan and I love Nissan, you will be very happy to see what this brand turns into in the next few years. So I don't do a lot of these talking videos because, I try to keep my opinions to myself, but I think it's important to address this. And I hope that you guys in the comments below talk about what you think Nissan should do or what you love about Nissan or what your thoughts are. And we can go from there. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.